Vandermeulen fires across the middle, caught by Poole. He breaks a tackle, escapes another, and he's off to the races! Can they catch him? No, they can't! Hey! Ho! Dave! Show!
Death Valley. Beware of tigers. Or play with tigers. The Dave Show Truckers take on the 18th ranked LSU Tigers. Next.
A hot and humid evening here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as the Dave Show Truckers for the first time tonight have a chance to get acclimated to SEC competition. This, the first of 9 games in conference play. The Truckers battle the Bayou Bengals of LSU. Dave Show head coach Dave Show made comments earlier this week that got LSU fans all riled up and looking more forward to this matchup.
Why stop at the Tiger? All their fans should be in cages too, they're just as wild. I mean, it's a cool tradition to have the live tiger right there where the visiting team takes the field. Pretty crazy, but it's cool. When our budget gets bigger, I want to have a semi-truck where the visiting team comes out onto our field. Except we're not going to keep it in a cage, so look out. Means get out of the way.
Under the lights, the eye of the Tiger at midfield. Quite the sight to behold here at Tiger Stadium. 92,000 strong await, and with that, we'll hand play-by-play duties off to Dave Show.
Thank you, Harry Callis wannabe. Let's get to the action. Dave Show receives the opening kickoff in their beautiful 49ers-inspired alternate uniforms. LSU comes in with a record of 1-1, having lost to TCU in their opener and beating Pitt last week. The Truckers arrive 1-0 and with their stud running back Antoine Woodard. First play of the game, quarterback Brody Vandermeulen fakes the handoff, fires to the right, and finds Ty Poole for a gain of 18. On the very next play, the Truckers set up the screen pass to Woodard, who carries it up the right sideline for a gain of 8. The Truckers early on here seem unfazed by the hostile environment until Woodard is stopped behind the line by Jerome Parrish for a loss of 2. Then on 3rd and 4, Brody Vandermeulen is absolutely flattened by Terrence Perkins to put an end to the Truckers' opening drive. LSU's first possession began at their own 24. Here on 3rd and 3, a Damian McIntosh short pass to tight end RJ Nicholson is stopped for a loss of 2 by Darius Gary. Tigers go 3 and out. Truckers' next possession, facing a 3rd and 11, Vandermeulen runs to his right and he ends up fumbling the ball out of bounds. Truckers go 3 and out. LSU's on the move on their second possession. On their 4th play, McIntosh stands in the pocket and finds Nate Robertson for a gain of 21 yards to put the Tigers in Dave Show territory. 6 plays later, they're down to the 11. McIntosh fires in the end zone and it's intercepted by Akeem Ostrander. LSU 0 for 1 in the red zone. Ensuing Truckers' possession on 3rd and 8 from their own 8, Vandermeulen finds Ty Poole for a gain of 15. On the very next play, Vandermeulen fakes the handoff and runs to his right, looks downfield and finds Ty Poole again, this time for a gain of 19. That'll wrap up the first quarter. We're scoreless and, quite frankly, in shock. Dave Show hanging around early on here in Death Valley. After only gaining 1 more yard, the Truckers are forced to punt. Here, LSU facing a 3rd and 2 from their own 43. McIntosh finds RJ Nicholson for a gain of 21. 4 plays later, McIntosh finds Jared Hall for a gain of 15. 2nd and 4 at the 5, McIntosh throws to the right and is almost intercepted by Timmy King. On the next play, the handoff to Matt Thompson. He's stuffed by Sean Key. LSU settles for the field goal, and halfway through the second quarter, it's 3-0. I knew LSU's offense wasn't that great, but man, that red zone was like a freeway rest area. There's truckers everywhere. 4 plays into the ensuing Dave Show possession, Vandermeulen finds Woodard over the middle, and the Truckers are finally into LSU territory. Then faced with 3rd and 6 on the 44, Vandermeulen again finds Woodard, who takes it all the way to the LSU 27-yard line. 2 plays later, the give is a Cedric Blake, who grinds out a 10-yard run up the middle to the 10. On the very next play, running the option, they give it to Blake again, who runs at 10 yards all the way into the end zone. Touchdown! The LSU crowd is in shock. Not for long though, as McIntosh finds Jared Hall deep down the field for a gain of 35. On the very next play, McIntosh finds Clint Jean, who takes it down to the 21-yard line. And on the next play, McIntosh finds Robertson. Campbell stops running. They're going into the end zone. Touchdown! LSU goes 75 yards on 3 plays and 37 seconds to regain the lead. Oh my! We were ready to go to the half with the lead, and then that happened. We didn't know what hit us. In fact, we didn't want to hit. But really, I have to take full responsibility for that, because after all, I'm the one controlling this thing. Dave Show on the next drive faces 3rd and 13. Woodard stopped for a loss of 2, and the crowd is jacked up. Final play of the first half, LSU on the Truckers 40. McIntosh launches one in the end zone, and it's batted away by Rusty Webster. At halftime, look at this. The score, LSU 10, Dave Show 7.
This is the Nissan Halftime Show.
As much as that quick, final LSU scoring drive had to hurt, Dave Show's gotta have some belief that they can pull off the unthinkable out here under the lights in Death Valley. Nobody gave them a chance, and now they're only down by a field goal at the half. Just look at these images. I don't know that there is a better game day atmosphere than a night game at LSU. This is why Dave Show University wanted to play in the Southeastern Conference. Spectacular scenes like tonight. Florida State can play all the Dukes and Wake Forests they want. This is big time. And with the Truckers' San Francisco 49ers inspired alternate uniforms, they don a classic look that fits in nicely and rivals all the other great uniforms here in the SEC. LSU will receive the opening kickoff in the second half, so let's get to it.
LSU's first drive of the second half faces 3rd and 10 on their own 25. McIntosh finds Dean for a gain of 16. 4 plays later, Matt Thompson from the Truckers 42 runs to the right for a gain of 15. 4 plays later, LSU 3rd and 3 at the 7. Jason Morris with the carry only gains 2. On 4th down, they're going for it, and Thompson gets it. 1st and goal at the 2, McIntosh loses 3 yards. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5, McIntosh finds Thompson to regain 2 yards. 3rd and goal, the handoff goes to Thompson, and he cruises into the end zone to cap off a 15-play, 75-yard drive that took up over half of the 3rd quarter. LSU up 17-7. Dave Show finally gets the ball, and Vandermeulen gets pushed around for a loss of 3. On the next play, Vandermeulen, looking deep, fires away, and it's badly underthrown, intercepted by Kellen Love. Breaks a tackle, carries the ball 28 yards down to the 16. Oh my, here we go. Tigers 3rd and 7 at the 14, set up the screen to Thompson, and he's gonna take it into the end zone. LSU pulling away. Now we can go out here and get our butt kicked like everyone expects us to do. But in life, when trying to achieve something great, you're always going to run into difficult challenges like this. It doesn't matter how silly you've looked. Go out there and get at it. We've seen it done before, so let's go. Vandermeulen opens the next drive from the option with an 11-yard run. 5 plays later, 3rd and 1 on the LSU 42. Vandermeulen again out of the option, breaking tackles for a gain of 14. Bad news for the Truckers as star running back Antoine Woodard would leave the game with a strained tricep. At the end of the 3rd quarter, LSU is up big, 24-7, but Dave Show will open up the 4th with the ball in the red zone. First play of the 4th, the handoff to Blake, and he's stopped for no gain. 10th play of the drive, Dave Show going for it on 4th down, just barely gets it. Jesse Holmes with the reception. The 13-play, 71-yard drive is capped off with Cedric Blake's 2nd touchdown rush of the game. Ensuing LSU drive, 3rd and 1 at their own 34, Taiwan Dockery ensures the 3 and out. Dave Show takes over at their own 38, and Vandermeulen pitches it to the wrong guy. Sean Tillman gets in the way, and the LSU defense comes up with a huge play. Second play of the LSU drive, McIntosh finds Dominic Bailey, aka OBJ, for the 20-yard gain. The next play, 1st and goal at the 3, McIntosh plenty of time, fires to the left and is picked off by Sean Key. Oh! The Dave Show Truckers still got some gas in the tank out here. Goodness! The next play, Vandermeulen is looking and is sacked by Ryan Carroll. 2 plays later, 3rd and 16 at the 14, Vandermeulen finds Cedric Blake for the 20-yard gain. The next play, Vandermeulen fires across the middle, caught by Poole. He breaks a tackle, escapes another, and he's off to the races! Can they catch him? No, they can't! Hey! Ho! Dave Show! 66 yards! And with 3:49 left to play, the Truckers are within 3. Oh, I lost my shit. Oh, excuse me. Dave Show not ready to call timeouts as LSU runs out the clock, facing a 3rd and 8 at their own 25. McIntosh back to pass, plenty of time, finds Robertson deep for a 23-yard gain to midfield, and that one is rough. Truckers start calling timeouts. 2 plays later, 3rd and 6 at the 48. McIntosh finds Thompson wide open for a gain of 17, and that should do it. But on the next play, they're throwing. Hey, he throws it out of bounds. So, hey. It's 3rd and 5, and they're throwing again. Robertson makes the catch for a gain of 8, and now this one is over. LSU kills the final 3.5 minutes of the game, going 3 for 3 on 3rd down. A valiant effort by the Truckers in their first ever SEC game as they come up just short. The final score, LSU 24, Dave Show 21.
Dave Show quarterback Brody Vandermeulen completed 20 out of 26 passes for 225 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He also ran the ball 8 times for 14 yards and fumbled twice, losing the ball only once. Cedric Blake was the leading rusher for the Truckers with 7 attempts for 33 yards and 2 touchdowns. The LSU defense completely shut down star running back Antoine Woodard. At least in rushing, Woodard had 6 carries for only 6 yards, but again, led the team in receptions with 7, resulting in 49 yards. He had to leave the game in the 3rd quarter with a strained tricep. Ty Poole led the team with 126 yards off 5 catches, one of those the 66-yard touchdown. Linebacker Darius Gray led the team in tackles with 10. Dave Show's next game will be against the FCS East Howlers, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next show.
I'm really proud of how our guys dug in and fought tonight, especially on defense. Those 2 interceptions were huge. Just, I wish we could have done more, especially since on offense, the skill level is only set to varsity. So, just got to get better. Just got to get better.